What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's your boy Taro coming at you live once again with the Full Tilt forecast, where we bring you the latest in gaming news and updates. Today is a spicy one, so buckle up those seatbelts, baby, and let's get tilted. Before the days of Sony and Microsoft, Nintendo was locked into a console war with Sega and its smash hit console, the Genesis. If you were not blessed with the opportunity to know what Genesis does, or are just feeling nostalgic for some early 90s platforming action, fear not, as Sega will be releasing its remastered Genesis mini console this September. Today, they have announced additional titles to the 40 plus they've promised to be available on the console at launch, such as Earthworm Jim, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Streets of Rage. If you want to revisit an iconic era of gaming history, then you can purchase the Genesis Mini for $80 US. Some of us here at the Full Tilt Forecast have a very special place in our hearts for the Genesis, creating some of our earliest gaming memories. Hopefully we won't have to wait weeks on end like we did with the SNES Classic. It's been a while since Sega has produced a console of their own, and I know I'm ready to start cracking skulls and altered beasts, but what about you? Let us know what game you're most looking forward to in the comments down below. In political gaming news, Iraq's parliament has voted to ban popular online video games like PUBG and Fortnite, citing their negative influence on the youth. Go figure. MPs have approved a resolution that allows the government to bar online access to games and banning all related transactions. The reasoning they claim for this move is video games present a societal and moral threat to children. I don't know how this is still even a topic for concern these days, as numerous psychological studies investigating the effects of video games on children's behavior have shown that there's no significant relationship between playtime and violence. I can't really imagine the social problems Iraq faces are even remotely related to video games, but that won't stop politicians from making an easy target on a medium that portrays graphic content. Hundreds of Iraqi citizens share this sentiment, quickly letting their criticism for misplaced priorities be known on social media. Keep in mind that since its election last year, the only other piece of legislature that the Iraqi parliament has passed is their federal budget. Banning video games might feel good in the short run, but it will do little to alleviate the problems their government is hoping to fix. F's in the chat for Iraqi gamers. Let's go ahead and lighten up the mood a bit and talk about one of the wackier titles to be announced this month, Subverse. This is a sci-fi RPG shoot-'em-up game that asks the important question, is there life out there in the universe? And can we bone it? Yup, this is a fully immersive sex simulator where you are the captain of a ship filled with waifus that are as deadly as they are sexy. But seriously, this game has generated so much interest that over $1 million has been pledged to the Subverse's crowdfunding page, far surpassing their modest $125,000 goal. Plenty of outrage has already been generated around the game, with boycotts already being called due to its sexually explicit nature. Apparently, people are forgetting that the first rule of marketing is sex sells. So if you're as intrigued by this game as I am, don't let a vocal minority discourage you from checking it out. This type of game has the potential to either surprise a lot of people or become memed into oblivion. Only time will tell, but it will be a wild ride to watch if you catch my drift. Make sure you subscribe and ding that bell to hear any more controversy surrounding Subverse as the game approaches release. And finally, capping it off with some more crowdfunding news, the Critical Role animated special has closed its page after backers pledged a whopping $11 million in anticipation of the project. If you haven't heard of them already, Critical Role is a weekly live stream where a group of popular voice actors get together and play tabletop RPGs. After over 300 hours of gameplay, their original campaign featuring a group of heroes called Vox Machina wrapped up back in 2017, but fans of the series were so enamored with the story and characters that they've been demanding their return. This animated project is Critical Role's response to fan feedback, as it is set to be the return of Vox Machina. This project will be animated by the production company Titmouse, known for their work on series like Metalocalypse, The Venture Bros, and Big Mouth. With so much talent attached to this project, I cannot wait to see what the Critical Role team has in store for us, as I'm sure it will take their imaginative storytelling to the next level. I mean, with $11 million backing it, I would really hope so. That is some serious fucking cheddar, man. Well, everybody, that's it for me today. Thank you for joining us with another week of the Full Tilt Forecast. We will return Monday to bring you back to your regularly scheduled programs. Shit. My tendies are burning in the oven and I gotta go. But remember to stay tilted, boys.